The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
The content heard on the Ask Dr. Tommy O Show is for informational or educational purposes only and does not substitute professional medical advice or consultation with healthcare professionals.
Hi, this is Dr. Thomas O'Brien. For almost 25 years, I specialize in offering families an affordable concierge service to avoid paying costly medical insurance or unreachable deductibles without giving up premium healthcare. As an osteopath, I offer osteopathic adjustments alongside medical examinations. Also, I offer discounts to military and first responders. I am now accepting no-fault patients, which include osteopathic adjustments, medical treatments, and prescription services, including medical marijuana. At my practice, my patients never pay copays and still receive the most personal and complete medical care. I have spent my career devoted to providing healthcare at affordable prices. Everybody should have a relationship with their physician. I work for you and your family. The honor and privilege is mine. If you have been in an automobile accident, please call my office at 631-980-8200 for an immediate appointment. To learn more about me and my practice, visit drtomio.com. Again, I am accepting no-fault patients. Call my office for an immediate appointment, 631-980-8200.
Welcome to the Ask Dr. Tommy O Show. I'm your co-host, Sammy Vanny. The Ask Dr. Tommy O Show can be heard every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on 103.9 LI News Radio. We offer a very affordable concierge practice, which allows you to access the quality care you really deserve. With no rush office visits, both you and Dr. Thomas O'Brien can discuss your healthcare needs.
Excellent. All right. If you wait, it may be too late. To my military family, I got your six. To my Masonic brothers, the light is bright. Please welcome my co-host, Sammy Vanny.
Hi, everyone.
All right, that was good, right? Nice opening.
Nice opening.
A little stress, right?
Yeah, that was a quick change for me.
That's all right. That was right on the spot. I wanted you to have a new experience.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so today's show, we're talking about physical activity. Why did we choose that topic? What do you think? What's going on now?
It's getting nicer out. Everybody's going outside. They stopped hibernating.
That's right. We're looking at, spring has sprung and we're fast approaching summer. So let's talk about physical activity and how to go about it. All right. So for the next month, we are giving away 50 vouchers for full body adjustment, including a detailed physical and spinal examination, along with a personalized adjustment plan, all for just $49, normally a $250 total value. This is a limited time offer, which we have a lot of interest. So we look to encourage you to call the office and schedule an appointment. We look forward to serving you. Yes, I am averaging 25 right now because my office, the number of times, the slots available, days that I'm working is now starting to open up. But just with a few days, I am seeing 25 new patients a week. In 2 weeks, I'll be Monday through Friday from 10 to 6. So I'm going to be really opening up my schedule. I do see patients on Saturdays as well. So if you're complaining of chronic neck and lower back pain, give my office a call so we can schedule appointments so I can evaluate a structural exam and come up with a program that works best for you. All right. So like we said, we're talking about physical activity for adults and children, because we don't speak about children. The show pretty much talks about adults, but we'll address the kids today. All right, so we're going to the gym?
Yeah, I've been going to the gym, trying to at least.
I've taken off. I like to work out 3 times a week, but the past month and a half has been really stressful, so I really took some time off and only working out twice a week. So I'm losing a little size. You know, I like to have a little bit more bulk, but what are you going to do here? So I have some good news today. Good news. I had my office, my dream office in New York City, and it was up for sale, and I closed today. So now I'm just going to focus on my Long Island office.
Well, that's good. You got to keep your focus on one thing. You wanted to work on it, so
yeah,
that's good news.
All right. So we'll start with the question and answer.
All right. So, what are physical recommendations for adults?
All right, so this is according to the American Heart Association. So we're dealing with the American Heart Association recommendations, not Dr. O'Brien's recommendations. This is the American Heart Association. I do follow that. And with the American Heart Association, I was a CPR instructor for many years. I became certified in CPR when I turned 16 because I was a lifeguard. And then once I became 18, I became a CPR instructor. So I love the American Heart Association. So that's a big a little shout out for the American Heart Association. I was an instructor, so I do promote their business because they're here for us and the community. So get at least 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes per week of vigorous aerobic activity or a combination of both. Preferably, you want to spread it out through the work week. We always said in the 70s, we had a catchphrase, pinch an inch, and we were talking about 3 days a week at 30 minutes. But with today's, the way we eat today, our portion size and the change in our body habits, we need to definitely exercise more. And so that's why you're looking at 150 minutes per week, okay? And of moderate, which we'll discuss what the intensity is, but moderate intensity, as well as 75 of a high intensity or a combination of the both. We want to add a moderate to high intensity muscle strengthening activities such as resistance or weights. You want to do that at least 2 times a week. And that's what I tell my patients. I said, you're going to do your aerobics at least 3 times a week, right? And then we're going to add weights for that. We need weight-bearing exercises at least twice a week, all right? Spend less time sitting. Even light intensity activities can offset some of the risks of being sedentary, right? You want to do something. Lifting a 12-ounce, can, if you're brewski there, that's not going to do it. You know what I mean? A 6-pack. I'm cracking a 6-pack when I come home from work and I'm banging them out. No, that's not aerobic activity and that's not weight-bearing exercise. All right. Gain even more benefits by being active at least 300 minutes. That's 5 hours per week. I mean, that's what we're really looking for. And then I'm going to cover something before we go any further. Increase the amount of intensity gradually over time. Know that a little means a lot. Being active just a little improves your health. Okay. Now let's just stop there. Before you do any activity, okay, especially as we get older, we need to be medically cleared by your physician, okay? History and physical and medically cleared. And the doctor will say, you are cleared, you can have activities. If you don't have a doctor, give my office a call. Now you have Dr. Tommy O, and I'll work with you to get you where you need to be.
So what are recommendations for kids?
Okay, right. So we don't address children, right? We just assume they're healthy and they're active. No, well, things have changed. I'm a 70s, 80s kid. I was born in the early 60s and in the 70s and 80s, and it was a lot different, okay? A lot different than what it is today. Children 3 to 5 years old should be physically active and have plenty of opportunities to move throughout the day. Kids 6 through 17 years old should get at least 60 minutes per day of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity, mostly aerobics, per day. Now, what is the difference today compared to when I was growing up? Well, when we were growing up, right, if you're 60s, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, things started to change in the 90s. Well, we had a playground in the back of the school. We ate lunch and then we went outside. We played kickball, right? We played dodgeball. Kill a man with the ball, running around, the girls with the jump rope, and then we had all different other physical activities. Well, today, what do we see in the school's backyards? Those temporary housing. So what do the kids do? What do they do after lunch?
Well, nowadays, kids are just on iPads all the time. That's all I know. I see that they don't want to go outside anymore.
Yeah, well, that's it. I know. Well, also parents to blame as well because instead of having a babysitter, what they do is they give them an iPhone or an iPad and they can play, and you see them playing games. Well, instead, let's send them to a rec center so they can learn a sport, learn how to socialize. Part of because it's physical health and mental health. Part of physical health is mental health. All right, the mind, body, spirit, mind, body, soul. You have to have all three components working together. If one's out of sync, you're not going to be healthy. Something's off. So we need to get these children to socialize. That's when you start learning how to network. If you're on your phone all the time, you don't know how to communicate. You're sitting at the table and you're talking to each other via text. You're not learning how to communicate. Social skills.
A lot more kids since COVID, definitely. They show that because all the parents they couldn't do anything with them. So they put them in front of the TV. I know Coco Melon, my little cousins would watch it and they don't talk to anybody. And it's just so different now. Like you see people who are around, like you see a child around other people and know how to socialize and verbalize things, and then you see someone else sitting at a dinner table and they don't even want to look up from the screen.
Right, exactly. That's not healthy. When we had at a dinner table, our phones were off the side so we can communicate. This is when you want to be able to discuss. We always say what is said at the dinner table stays at the dinner table. All right, to learn more about my practice, go to drtomio.com. That's drtomio.com, or give my office a call. That's 631-980-8200, 631-980-8200. If you're involved in a motor vehicle accident, I accept no-fault patients. If you have chronic neck pain, back pain, give my office a call.
Welcome back to the Ask Dr. Tommy O Show. I am your co-host, Sammy Vanni. The Ask Dr. Tommy O Show can be heard every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on 103.9 LI News Radio. We offer a very affordable concierge practice, which allows you access to the quality care you really deserve. With no rush office visits, both you and Dr. Tommy O'Brien can discuss your healthcare needs.
All right, welcome back. Part two. Okay, we're talking about physical activity. How important it is. And before you get started, you should see your physician, get a medical clearance. Make sure you have a clean bill of health before you go out and start an activity. Let's say you have a sedentary lifestyle, or even if you were indoors all winter and then all of a sudden you go out, right, and you start running, and now we have issues. We want to make sure you're cleared, and then you can go out and start exercising. And then just to recap, we were talking about when you're exercising, you should start off slow. Like in medicine, we always say, start low, go slow. Well, it's the same thing with exercise, especially if you've taken some time off. You want to allow your body to build up, nice and slow, okay? I want to be able to run a mile. Well, the first time you go out, don't push it. Start off slow. You might want to run a couple blocks and slowly, gradually build up, and then you get to the mile, and after you get there, you'll set a new goal. All right. So anyway, what else did we spoke about? We're talking about how much time that we should put towards aerobic activity or physical activity. Again, this is American Heart Association recommendation. It's like 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity of aerobic activity, or 75 minutes per week of vigorous aerobic activity, or a combination of both. And that's preferably, you want both a little moderate to vigorous, and you go back and forth, and this is where you get your burning calories. And if you speak to anyone who's in the profession, especially the fitness profession, and if you're looking to burn calories, and especially if you're like on a treadmill, you'll see they have all different programs, and the ones that go low, then go high, then go low, and it kind of like turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. Very mild to moderate to high intensity workout. The interval changes. It throws your body off and allows your heart rate to go up and then go down, and go up and go down. We're starting to, burn extra calories, as well as we improve our cardiopulmonary vascular system. We start to improve that. Okay. Remember, health is systematic. All right. We approach it systematically, but we're looking at each organ system in the body. All right. So let's continue.
Alrighty, so what is intensity?
All right, so we hear the term intensity, and I mentioned moderate intensity and then a vigorous aerobic intensity. So think of intensity as how much effort or how much energy is put into an activity. And this is what I'm at the gym, and I'm, I have young guys. I would just say, I'm a meathead or, a gym rat. I guess I spend all my time as a young adult and even now, but I only spend probably about 35 minutes because of my age. My body just can't tolerate it. But when I was in my 20s, I was spending like 2.5 hours in a gym. What was I thinking? But that was my passion. That's something I really like. But you see the guys that start lifting heavy weight. And I tell the guys, it's not about the number. It's not about the weight. And they look at me, what do you mean? I said, well, I want to get stronger. I said, but are you using the muscle groups that you intended to build? When you start going too heavy, you start using different muscle groups to push that weight up. So I said, don't focus on the numbers. Focus on the intensity. And I want you to really focus on pushing that weight and holding it down back and forth, the positive and the negative movement, and you're going to get a better workout, a better pump. So that's what we're talking about, intensity. Focus on the activity, all right? When you're working out, your mind shouldn't be wandering because you're not focusing on the exercise. Keep focused. I'm lifting weights, I'm doing chest, or I'm doing back. That's all you're thinking of. Nice and easy, focus and contract. If you're running, then you're running. All right, so that's what the intensity means.
Alrighty, so what are examples of moderate intensity aerobic activities?
Okay, so brisk walking. We always say that. Brisk walking. Brisk walking is so healthy for you. We have the mall walkers, right? Wintertime, you can walk around the mall. A lot of times the malls open up early or in the morning because not many people are shopping, and you'll see the seniors walking around. And you don't have to be necessary. Let's just say mature adults, okay, what they're out there and they're exercising. And that's brisk walking. Now, summertime, what do? We got the boardwalk, all right? Go down to the boardwalk and bring your significant other. This is where you can build quality time, all right? Spend quality time and rebuild your relationship, okay? Hold hands, walk, okay? Well, if you're going to brisk walk, you're going to be pumping your arms, so you won't be holding, but you're going to be with your partner. You can start rebuilding your relationship, especially if your children, left the home, and now you have, you're just you and your partner, your significant other, are living in this big house together, and it's now you're starting a new relationship. So this is something to rebuild, rekindle that love that brought you together. Okay, water aerobics. It's called aquasize. I love aquasize, and that's how I met my wife. With swimmers. We were swimmers. Okay, I played baseball, wrestled, and we swam. That's right, baby cakes, right? We're at the rec center. Aquasize, fantastic. So now we have Aquasize, especially the pool, okay? Summers, the recreation centers and the outdoor pools, your town pools will be open. You can work out. A lot of times they offer Aquasize. Even in wintertime, you have indoor pools. Fantastic. Love it. You can burn calories and build some body. Now, it's not a weight-bearing exercise. Okay, you still have to offset and lift weights, but that's excellent for your body. It makes you feel good mentally, spiritually, and then physically. Gardening, not too much unless you're really getting in there and digging up, like, really lifting with your rake or your hoe, you're lifting that dirt. But if you're just pulling shrubs and stuff like that, I don't know about that, moderate. It might be mild intensity there, but that's what they list. Tennis, if you have doubles, because you're sharing the activity with your partner there. Biking is slower than 10 miles an hour. And we're going to go over biking because we can go over that in the vigorous there. Okay,
so speaking of vigorous, what are examples of vigorous intensity aerobic activities? That's a tongue twister right there.
It is. Absolutely. So yes, okay, while vigorous is hiking up a hill or with a heavy backpack. And what we're looking to do is get your heart rate up. And that's what we're talking about, vigorous, getting that heart rate up. Now, there's ways that you can calculate your heart rate, your resting heart rate, and then you're being maxed out, and then 80%. They have all different formulas. And what you can do is you can ask someone in the fitness industry, and they will go over what your burning calories versus endurance, because there is a difference for your heart rate of what we're going for, okay? The type of fitness we're looking for. Running, okay? Running is vigorous, all right? Swimming laps, okay? Again, I was a swimmer, right? Swimming laps, you're gonna be working hard. You're gonna work that cardiopulmonary system and gonna build cardiopulmonary health. Aerobic dancing or aerobics, okay? We know aerobics, fantastic. Great for your legs, great for your heart, getting that blood pumping, great for the lungs. All right. And then we have heavy yard. Here we go. Now, heavy yard work. And you're digging and hoeing. Now we're talking getting into, working out. Tennis, this time singles, okay? Because you're doing all the work. You're not sharing it with a partner. Now, I want to go back to biking. Now, if you go out for a bike ride, you're a biker. If you use a low gear, okay, we'll go over like first gear, second gear, third gear. You're going to have to pedal. Your pedal speed increases. When your pedal speed, you won't go as fast, but your pedal speed will increase, and then your heart rate will go up much higher. If you're using like 10th or 10 speed, if you have a 10 speed, or 21, if you have a 21 speed, your pedal speed will be slow. You're going to go a lot faster, but you're going to build it. You're not going to burn, but you're going to build endurance. So if you want to burn, go in a lower gear and then really get that pedal speed up. You're going to start burning those calories. All right, we're down to 30 seconds. How quick this show went.
That was a fast one.
It was. All right, anything to say to mom or your sis?
No, everyone's good. We're
okay.
Hi, guys.
All right, you going to the gym tonight?
No.
No? I got to go.
It's a lazy day. Lazy day. Yeah.
All right. Well, to learn more about my practice, go to drtomio.com. That's drtomio.com. Or give my office a call at 631-980-8200, 631-980-8200. Involved in a motor vehicle accident, you have chronic neck or lower back pain, give my office a call.
The content heard on the Ask Dr. Tommy O Show is for informational or educational purposes only and does not substitute professional medical advice or consultation with healthcare professionals.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.